Good evening. I guess in a way I'm riding on the coattails of Answers in Books, who was shot down by the fucktards over at Waterworks for You. But my hope is to add a few new twists to the topic if I could. I guess I don't have to tell you that I'm sick and tired of greedy assholes ripping people off selling bullshit. It's one of my pet peeves, as evidenced by some of my past videos, and now we have this pH crap. In my mind, the thought of unscrupulous companies making the bogus claim that we need to increase our body's pH level is fucking nuts. And then claiming their magic machine produces alkaline or ionized water that will do just that at a ridiculous cost to you really chaps my hide. Okay, so some snake oil companies will sell you already prepared supplements, but the real moneymaker is in the machine to create the magic water. And regardless of which you choose, it's all designed to take your money in exchange for wishful thinking and hopeful dreams of health and longevity. Looking at some of these products, the machines that these con artists sell are essentially water filters with some additional electronics to perform electrolysis. They are sold with volumes of technical-sounding bullshit that may impress a non-scientific layperson, but to any chemist or medical doctor, they are laughably meaningless, and in many cases fucking wrong. Now here's a real quick coverage of the basics of the real science. Now I have no credentials or initials after my name, but I do have sense enough to benefit from the knowledge of others to make a point. In this case, Stephen Lower, a chemist from Simon Fraser University, who gives us the following information. The pH scale going from about 0 to 14.7 is neutral pH. Lower numbers on the scale are acidic and higher numbers are alkaline. All liquids contain some dissociated water molecules in the form of positive hydrogen ions and negative hydroxide ions. When there are more hydroxide ions, it's because the solution contains positively charged metal ions like sodium, calcium, or magnesium for those hydroxide ions to bind to, thus making the solution alkaline. Basic science states that minerals must be present for a solution to be alkaline. When there are more positive hydrogen ions, there needs to be some other negatively charged ions, like bicarbonate, and the solution is thus alkaline. Pure water has neither of such chemicals in it, and so has neutral pH. To electrolyze or ionize water, you must add some chemicals of one type or another. So, if you're planning on using one of these ionizing magic machines, then make no mistake that pure water can't be electrolyzed and dissociated into ions worth a crap. You'll need to dump minerals and impurities into the water to make the son of a bitch work. And yes, Answers in Books is 100% correct. If you use one of these machines, your water will become chemically alkaline, containing a virtual cornucopia of dissolved metallic ions in solution, basically making an extremely weak Clorox bleach solution. To chemists, the guys with the real diplomas hanging on the walls, the term ionized water is meaningless, and the medical field understands easily that consuming something with a higher pH value is also just as meaningless. Those assholes who preach about the benefits of drinking pH water or eating foods with a higher pH value are all lying out their ass. Your body's acidity is not in any way affected by the pH of what you eat or drink. Eating alkaline foods stimulates production of acidic digestive enzymes, and eating acidic foods causes the stomach to produce fewer acid. Our stomachs are naturally acidic. By nature, it's supposed to be that way. The amount of acid in the stomach depends on what you eat, and none of this has anything to do with your body's acidity, because the control of the bloodstream's pH is through the lungs, not the stomach. And as far as those fucking pH test strips, all you dipshits with dipsticks can kiss my ass. I suspect that they know fucking well that the pH is different between the blood and saliva, between urine and earwax. It's even different between the blood in our veins compared to the blood in our arteries. Pretty soon these charlatans will have you all shoving test strips up your asses. So it comes as no surprise that there has never been any plausible research that shows any connection between the causes for disease and body acidity. Those douches just made this shit up to fleece people out of their cash. The slimy bastards. It's a fucking shame that so many customers aren't scientifically literate enough to recognize their putrid bullshit. And here's another thing. The dickwads that sell and promote the pH scam act as if they've discovered whole new branches of chemistry and medicine heretofore unknown to science, when in fact, all they're doing is repackaging the same worn-out scam from the past. Look how modern and flashy this looks, and this, and this. Why hasn't modern science caught on? Why isn't the pH scam being taken seriously by the medical community? Well, it's because they really don't wish to advance scientific progress back to the 1880s, when all of this started. That's right, the pH scheme goes way back, but hey, people fell for it then, and with a facelift and a few new pseudo-scientific claims, they're falling for it again. Now, if you doubt what I'm saying is true, and you really don't wish to research the matter for yourself, and if you are still interested in drinking high pH water, I will not only tell you how to do this easily, but also cheaply. So cheap, in fact, that if you all did this, it would put the greedy snake oil bastards out of business. You see, the real kicker here is that all you have to do to increase the pH of water is to add a teaspoon of baking soda. Don't believe me? Well, you've got some test strips. Why not put them to good use for a change? This is Super Soylent. Thank you for watching.